What's up guys, and welcome back to Escooter Clinic. Today we're looking at the absolutely mental INMOTION P6, the fastest EUC currently on the planet, and 0 to 30 in 2 seconds. This is going to be a scary review. So this is the next generation of electric unicycle, the peak of performance and style. You can see that INMOTION have thought very much about creating the next generation of electric unicycle. It has an aggressive design engineered for precision riding. So it's designed for that racer in mind. This is not a everyday commuter, this is a racing beast. One of the big features about this all new electric unicycle is that it can go from 0 to 30 in 1.9 seconds. That is some crazy specs. And this thing will push all the way up to some crazy 80, 90 miles an hour top end. People are pushing this thing to the absolute limit. Now, I talked before in the channel about motorcycle speed. This is beyond anything. Any motorbike can get to 0 to 30. It's faster than my actual motorbike off the line. This thing's absolutely crazy. But with that instant torque, it gives you that comfort and quality of ride in mind, knowing that this thing is aggressive, designed for racing. So if you're an EUC enthusiast, this isn't a beginner wheel. This is the high-end F1 level wheel that is on the market and it's available right now. So now what's different with this all new EUC is that it's bespoke in a 235 volt system. Now that is designed to really push this wheel up to its absolute peak performance. And with that advanced ESC, it really allows you to have that power delivery where you need it for safety and speed. The thing is not just throwing loads of power in it and off you go. It's designed for the racer head in mind for high speed, torque, acceleration, and braking, which means you have a seamless control at all levels of your wheel. Having that higher speed is great, but how does it ride at a low voltage? What's interesting about this wheel is actually it's surprisingly maneuverable for such a large, powerful wheel. You could use this a bit more day to day, but not pop into work. This is more of like a weekend race EUC. Now, this wheel is able to perform those higher top speeds due to its absolutely enormous 20,000 watt motor that's built into this wheel, which is one of the biggest motors that is put into any EUC period. So INMOTION are definitely not joking with this wheel.
Only one of this brand?
Yeah, only one is model because it's literally cutting edge, brand new.
Is it difficult? It's hard to learn, but once you've learned it, it's easier than... How long have you been learning? No, I've been riding for like 2.5 years, no, like 2 years. What's like the use case for it? It's for streets?
Racing. So it's competitive racing. So imagine like motorbike GP, that kind of thing. Now, one thing about this wheel is that it's designed by a company that's been in this game for a really long time. INMOTION have been doing this since basically the beginning of EUCs, and they've used all that time for research and development to make almost the Concorde of the EUC world. Now, this is the only EUC in the market that is performing at this level, and recently absolutely smashed it at one of the most amazing events last month to AVS to race this wheel, and actually absolutely smashed the competition out of the water. In fact, they took the podium of this EUC. So if you're looking for the Concorde of the EUC world, this is it. And this isn't even a review wheel. This is one of the riders from Escooter Clinic's personal wheels, which shows that we back our own product. So if you see some B-roll throughout with someone looking a bit different, his name's Ryan. He's helped me out with this review because this thing needs a professional rider.
So some of the things that I like about this wheel are its full color touchscreen, the smooth suspension, its large pedals, and its bright headlight.
Now, with this EUC, it's not just designed for peak performance, range, and speed. It's also designed for comfort in mind. This wheel actually has incorporated 90mm hydraulic suspension system to absorb all the bumps, jumps off when you're out riding EUC. Now, that can be designed not just for like stability or comfort, but you also can use it for like stair ride and extreme riding, and also pushing this wheel for a lot more different things. Now, you can do some mild off-roading with this wheel as well, but this is designed for that comfort in mind. But if you want to go down some stairs, you could do it with this wheel. Now, the battery that is paired with this EUC is a whopping 4,200 watts of absolute delicious power. Now, the cell of choice that we are using for this EUC is the Samsung 50S cell, which is known to be reliable, powerful, and keep that high discharge for the entire length of the battery. So that means that this wheel is designed to go over 150 kilometers or 93 miles on a single charge. Now, why do you need such an enormous battery for a race EUC? Now, when you're competing and you're racing on those really wide open tracks, you need that battery to stay high and consistent over the entire length of the race. Now, it's not just all about speed and power, it's also about style, and this thing looks an absolute beast. Now, this EUC is not just designed for range, power, and speed, it's also designed for comfort in mind. Now, this EUC actually is supporting a full hydraulic suspension system. Now, the suspension system actually has 90 millimeters of travel. Now, why is that important? If you've ever been to UK and noticed there's potholes everywhere and the roads suck, this is why this is important. But also, if you're an off-road enthusiast, you could take this for mild off-roading. Now, bear in mind, this wheel does 91 miles an hour, apparently, top-end speed. I will not be testing that today. So it's probably over what you need for off-road riding. You might want to look at a more compact wheel, for example, the Nosfit Aero that I reviewed recently on the channel. So that's probably more of a compact wheel. But if you could do some mild touring off-road on this, so if you're doing like super long distances across countries, you could take this for mild off-roading as well. I wouldn't necessarily use this for like gnarly jumps and stuff like that off-road, just due to the significant weight of this. But for mild off-roading, basically all-purpose, you're going to be covered with the suspension system for its wheel. So not alone is this wheel fast, powerful, and has one of the highest speed EUCs ever on the market, it's also smart. This wheel actually has incorporated intelligent systems designed to monitor the power, peak performance of the battery to stop overheating and keep this wheel running nice and cool for the consistency of the ride in all conditions. One thing that's nice about this EUC as well is that it is also IP7 waterproof, so you can ride in all conditions without worrying about water damage for this EUC. Now, as always, we wouldn't advise riding any electric vehicle in the rain, but you know, if you get caught out at a pinch, you're going to be covered with this wheel. Another thing that's nice about this EUC as well, it's actually supporting full GPS tracking as well, so you can actually track this wheel for wherever you are. So you've got security in mind, you can actually go to somewhere, leave your wheel outside, and you can actually physically lock this one digitally to know that no one else is going to steal or take over your really big investment. So quality of life has been thought about with this EUC. It's not designed for just power and speed, but it's also designed for safety and security. Now, with all that power, range, and performance, there is a cost to that. And it's not just the money. This thing weighs over 50 kilos in weight. As always, as you add more batteries, you add more weight. So if you're looking for a lightweight option, it's not this, but with weight adds stability. So as you go to that higher speeds, having a heavier wheel locks you in and ensures that you can maintain those top speeds. When you hit a little bump, you don't get thrown off and you keep that comfort because the center of mass is low, it's heavy, and it keeps you balanced on one wheel. So with my overall conclusion of the INMOTION P6, now this wheel sits in the F1 Peak Performance Ultimate EUC. If you're looking for the best that's ever possible right now, you got to check out the INMOTION P6. Now, how much does this wheel cost? This wheel costs just under £4,000. Now, what are you paying for? For the performance. You're paying for the best tech available currently on the market. The biggest battery, the fastest wheel, and the outriding cutting edge of technology that's available right now in the electric community. If you're interested in the INMOTION P6, you can check the link in the description below. It's now available on our website. Okay, that's everything for today. If you're looking for any other EUC or PEV you want to see on the channel, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.